I don't know. I truthfully don't.
Hey John, how's it going?
It's going good.
Hey.
Good to see you guys back in the BJC.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? Hey, can you give us a scouting report on Greg Lee and let us know kind of how you think he'll match up in the Big Ten because he hasn't played it now?
Yeah, for sure. My one word to describe Greg Lee is a dog. D-A-W-G, dog. He competes every day. He's way more physical than whatever his weight says. He plays like he's 250 pounds. Just say how hard he competes and his tenacity on the glass. He rebounds and he can really stretch the floor. I think he's actually a matchup problem in the Big Ten because Big Ten fours they're usually not 6'9", so I think we'll look to him a lot during the Big Ten season.
John, thanks for your time. We asked Coach Shrewsbury a little bit about Sam's. How has the chemistry around this team kind of rallied around him with what he's been dealing with? And we know you're a vocal leader on the team. How have you stepped into that role too?
Yeah, to see Sam's strength with what he's been through and kind of the Penn State community like rally and support him has been awesome. Just try to be Sam's friend. We're obviously teammates, but try to help him in any way I can. And with basketball, he looks amazing. He's getting downhill faster than he has, and he's really shooting the ball well during practice and our scrimmages. So it's exciting to see Sam. It's definitely a growing point in his career, and I think he's kind of putting his best foot forward every day.
John, how's it going? I'm over.
What's up?
Yeah, the hard part about masks is you have no idea speaking. No one would accuse your practices the last few years of being easy, and you bring in a bunch of guys that have a bunch of different practice experiences and expectations. How does that mesh, and how do these practices compare to what you're sort of used to at this point?
Yeah, I would say they're similar. I mean, we're drilling basketball. We're trying to get as perfect as we can during the drills and translate it over to live. And we're all learning new ways. It doesn't matter really where you're from because Coach Shrews is trying to teach it how he's been taught and how he wants to play it. So I was in the scrimmage. I played it how I've been playing it for 4 years. And, we're still trying to learn and help each other, watch the film, trying to grow every day and trying to get it to how Coach Shrews wants us to play.
John, how are you? So I guess a follow-up to that is, what have you learned so far from Coach Shrews' ideology so far?
Yeah, I would say getting technical would be pick and roll defense. I played pick and rolls different this year than I have. I was at the line of scrimmage and kind of up higher, but Shrews wants us to drop and kind of pack it in, and I'll be around the rim for defensive rebounding more. That's one example. And offensively, just moving the ball side to side, different cuts, different concepts. Specific offense, I would say, is like if you pass in, you cut through the lane, you get out to the corner. Opposite side, it's more reads. You're reading the third defender, not just the first and second defender. We're all learning. We're all trying to get better.
John, when you run a drop coverage like that, how much more important, how much stress does it add to you to sort of be able to see the whole floor in front of you and call things out for your teammates?
Yeah, I would say communicate. I always try to be one of the best communicators on defense. And I just think helping the guards, knowing when it's coming, knowing that I'm there for them, and then if they do get downhill, kind of calling out that switch, trusting that they'll crack back on the big and go get that big rebound off the miss. We want to have contested twos, long contested twos. They're good for us on defense. So if we can finish with a long contested two and a big rebound from one of our guards, that's a good defensive possession for us.
John, one of the things I noticed the last time that we watched you practice is I couldn't find any of the attitude banners anywhere, which is obviously a product of things being different. Yeah. But Mike, it doesn't strike me as a word guy or a buzzword guy or a messaging guy. Maybe it's different in a locker room, but if you were going to sum up sort of like his approach to how you do things, is there a word for that? Is there sort of like this thing that gets you guys doing all of the same thing, or is it just very basketball centric?
Yeah, I kind of took it to him when I was at Big Ten media day. I kind of took it from him. He says team first, improve daily. Like, that's the thing that when we're starting our practices. So put your team first, be a great teammate, do the little things, encourage all the stuff that comes along with being a great teammate. Same stuff from the previous years, diving on the floor, taking charges, helping each other up. Being a great teammate is not going to change. And then improve daily. Got to get 1% better. We got a scrimmage in, so now we can watch that film, see where we're at, know that we need to improve, and just improve every day we get out there.
Hey John, good to see you, man. Mike had talked about how over the past few months you've kind of gone through the process of learning his style a little bit, even like learning what makes him mad at practice, that kind of thing. Do you feel like 100% like you know his style completely, or are there still kind of things you're getting used to a little bit as the season approaches?
I would say I know his style, but there's still things that he teaches me every day of how specific you can get with basketball. So I'm still learning. I know the concepts, I know what he wants and expects from me. The expectations are all out there. But just the maybe one thing that could help me here or there, I'm still learning every day. He's got a lot of wisdom that he can put upon us. What's up, Nate? Good, how are you?
Good. Were you surprised at all at the emphasis that you put on the defensive end of the court to start with the game? Like that this team has done both to make sure the defensive side is short up?
It was actually kind of the first thing he said to me when he was recruiting me, or whatever that term is. He kind of said that he wants me to be the voice on defense, and that he's going to teach defense every day from the first day we get out there. So I kind of knew what it is, and I know to compete in the Big Ten, you have to be top 3 in defense, top 3 in rebounding if you're going to compete at a high level in the Big Ten. So I knew what it was. I think we're still getting the habits that he's kind of putting on us, like different ways to guard screen the screener. We're still trying to get used to that, but I knew the emphasis on defense was going to be there just because in this league, if you don't play defense, you're not going to win.
John, obviously, you talked a little bit about Coach Shrewsbury re-recruiting you. You're a few months now past that decision. How are you feeling heading into the season? I'm assuming you don't regret the decision, but where's your head at heading into the year?
Yeah, no regrets. This is home for sure, and I just want to go to the NCAA tournament. We kind of had a team meeting last week, and our slogan this year is just win. I don't care what it takes to win. I want to win. I want to see the NCAA tournament. I'm 0 for 4. It's not a good percentage. If I can be 1 for 5, I got an extra year of COVID. And see that NCAA tournament selection Sunday. I did my job here.
Hey, John. Mike earlier mentioned the 3 H's. I believe it was heroes, highlights, and hardships. Can you kind of expound on that and kind of explain to us, what that has been to this program?
Yeah, it was just to get, like, if I'm going to, as I was saying, like, I got to tell the guard that there's a ball screen coming, and then I'm going to trust him that he's going to crack back and get the offensive rebound. Doing those activities just builds trust. Now I know what Jaheim Cornwall has been through. I didn't know what he's been through. I know what makes him tick, who his hero is, what he had to struggle through in his life. That makes me see him more as a person, and it makes me trust him, build trust as we go throughout there. So I think it was just a great team building exercise. Got to learn a lot. And I actually was asking like my family, kind of. I used to just check in, remind myself that we're just all people.
Hey John, Spencer Ripchick from the Daily Collegian. Shrewsbury says that he kind of feels bad for the younger guys because the veterans already have such a great chemistry. What is one thing that you've done off the court to include the younger guys?
It's a good question. I took Giovanni Scott. I took him out to the hub and we got lunch. That's always been a thing I tried to do in the years past. Just try to my answer to the last question, just be a person, talk about what Giovanni Scott, how's his life gone. Try to do the same with Caleb and Dalian. With COVID, it's kind of all weird. It's getting better now, but last year, it was kind of when the freshmen came in, stay away, like don't try to do as many team activities. So I don't know, just trying to build those relationships up and take them out to lunch, ask them how their life's gone.
Can you detail the experience of stepping into the practice facility for that first time surrounded by a bunch of teammates you've never played with before?
Yeah, I would say it's excitement. Everyone in that gym wants to get better. Like during the summer, it was all about improving yourself to make the team better. And I think that during the summer, I've gotten a lot more skillful on the basketball court. I learned a bunch of things, and I think just the energy around wanting to get better and the excitement of where this team can go. It was fun. It was a good time. Got to keep it going throughout the season.
I don't remember the timeline off the top of my head, but how much were you and Seth sort of a package deal in your decision-making process? Did he help you come back? Did you help him come back? Did you just hold hands and come back together? I mean, what were those conversations like?
Yeah, I think I don't remember the timeline either. One of the first days of April, though, I called him and reached out and just to see where his head is at, and then I think we kind of did make the decision together. Like, you want to do this kind of deal? Let's go. Let's not regret. Let's go all in and let's win.
Any other questions for John? Last question.
John, Coach Shrews mentioned a little bit about the size battle in the Big Ten, specifically somebody like Kofi Coburn, who you've had plenty of battles with. But he also kind of teased maybe going toward a little bit of a small ball lineup. How have you kind of grown around that idea? Obviously, it's maybe something a little bit different from you. Where does your role kind of change with that?
Yeah, we did it with Lamar Stevens. I remember a specific example, Michigan, now 3 years ago at home when we upset them. We put Lamar at the 5, and I think he scored like 12 points. I would be a backstabber if I'm telling my team, let's win, let's do it however, and then I don't accept the role in small ball lineup. I don't care. Whatever will get the team to win. If if Coach sees Greg Lee with a mismatch, with a guy with slow feet, go at him. Whatever will make this team win.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, guys.